Hey, my name is Zeus Tipado, a writer for Healing Maps, and let's talk about Psilomethoxin. There's a chance you've never heard of the psychedelic Psilomethoxin, mostly because it's the only psychedelic that's been popularized and used post-pandemic. Also, the only reason we call it Psilomethoxin is because the name was trademarked by the Church of Psilomethoxin in 2021. Right around the time its use started to really take off. Yes, the Church of Psilomethoxin, but we'll get back to that later. The psychedelic's real name is 5-hydroxy-5-methoxy-dimethyltryptamine, or 5-HO-5-MeO-DMT. But gotta admit, just calling it Psilomethoxin is way sexier. Psilomethoxin was first synthesized in 1966 by the lab of MARC, graduate of Imperial College London, but in 2005, the legend Alexander Shulgin proposed that Psilomethoxin could be made from, get this, by introducing 5-MeO-DMT in psilocybin mushrooms as they're growing in the substrate. That's right, 5-MeO-DMT, the same psychedelic made famous by licking Sonoran desert toads, infused with magic mushrooms. The Church of Psilomethoxin states they've used Shulgin's theory on combining both psychedelics and created Psilomethoxin. I love saying that. This church has all the psychedelic bells and whistles that you would associate with something called the Church of Psilomethoxin, including things like cosmic unity, inner divinity, and divine consciousness. Basically, all the stuff you've overheard at psychedelic conferences. To join this church, you gotta drop $55 a year. And this annual membership gives you access to resources where you can actually take Psilomethoxin. Or as they say on their website, this membership will give people the ability to acquire offerings of sacraments for a fair and equitable energy exchange. Now that you know what Psilomethoxin is, what does it feel like? Well, there's not a lot of available reports on the subjective experience of Psilomethoxin, but fortunately I have a lot of adventurous psychonaut friends that have tried the psychedelic, and they told me a person gets the voyage, almost narrative aspect of psilocybin combined with the illustrative visuals of 5-MeO-DMT. Another way to think about this is if psilocybin is a novel in a library, and 5-MeO-DMT is a painting in an art gallery, Psilomethoxin is like a graphic novel, but a really good graphic novel. But what are the dangers of Psilomethoxin? Well, it's important to note that in the entirety of psychedelic research across the world, there are no clinical studies on the effects of Psilomethoxin on humans or animals. You may think, well, it's just a combination of 5-MeO-DMT and psilocybin. What could possibly be bad with Psilomethoxin? Well, in theory, 4-hydroxy-5-methoxy-dimethyltryptamine, which is Psilomethoxin, could possibly convert to 4,5-dihydroxytryptamine, which is a substance that causes brain lesions in humans. Ouch, not a good way to spend your Friday night, getting brain lesions all over. But the problem is we just don't know. There hasn't been any research on Psilomethoxin or any data on long-term use. Yet, people continue to take it. Personally, I'll wait for more scientific data to emerge from Psilomethoxin before I put it in my body. Besides, there's a buffet of psychedelics out there that we actually know about. But what you put in your body is ultimately up to you.